Hello everyone, welcome back in our next IP Champion Series session. So here we have today Latha Nair with us. She is a partner in K&S Partners. So in this series, basically we are inspiring by the IP professionals, especially women's who are creating new standards and inspiring, of course, our future generations. So this initiative has been started by the Europe India IP Forum in EBTC. So Latha, welcome here.
Thank you so much.
So she advises clients on all aspects of the prosecution and enforcement, especially in trademarks and domain names, copyrights, and geographical indications. She also handles international and advisory work with Government of India and with member states as well in Europe. So my first question to you, Latha, how you will describe your journey in IPR fraternity till date?
I think I started my journey in IPR in 1998 with the law firm. I always had my eyes on IP law because that was one of the courses that really interested me while I was in school. And I would give a lot of credit to my professor, N.S. Gopalakrishnan, for the way he taught the course. And, it kind of kindled my interest in the subject.
Are there any challenges while you were maybe sometimes interest, sometimes difficulty in understanding the subject, sometimes grasping for the case laws? What's your different challenges? Are there any or any interesting aspects?
I think I was blessed with very good mentors when I started my career. I had Mr. Rajendra Kumar, who is a very reputed IP attorney, a trademark lawyer and copyright lawyer in India. So was Mr. Kenneth Benjamin, who is now retired from the firm. And of course, Mr. Jyoti Sagar. So I've had the best of mentors, and learning through them is probably what has made me who I am today. In terms of challenges, I don't think I really faced any challenge either as a woman or as a young associate, because the people around me were very supportive especially the seniors or my mentors were extremely supportive in me learning the ropes of the profession.
It's really, really heartwarming to hear out that people are so supportive for the women who want to lead in these areas of IP, or maybe they are choosing for any IPR law. So what's your advice for budding IP professionals?
Budding IP professionals, my advice would be to work hard, learn the basics, read case law, because a lot of the young generation today are averse to reading and going into the depth of things. Today, there are so many platforms to get visible and get known and share your insights. So the more they use it, the better for them.
Absolutely. Totally agree with you. My next question is focused towards your area, the technical area. So how do you see Indian ecosystem, especially in trademark, how it is and about the enforcement in trademark?
I have seen companies, especially startups or small entities, sometimes even big companies, they lay a lot of emphasis on patent protection. So while innovation and employment in high technology in production or service delivery can definitely be an important factor, innovation can also be there in branding. It's equally important. So I would say that it is the first step for market recognition by a company. So just like how people identify us by our faces, trademarks or brands act as the face of an entity to get noticed by the consuming public. So even if I use a highly innovative technology, the choice of my trademark or brand is what would help a consumer remember me in the marketplace. I would say to seal an exclusive consumer association with its trademarks, an entity must, as a very first step, place a good amount of attention on choosing a good trademark. A trademark that is not commonplace, but that stands out, that is not descriptive of the products of the entity. And let's not forget that it is possible to employ a great deal of innovation in branding as well. And companies must not lose sight of this fact then when it comes to branding and choosing a trademark.
And what's your advice or the key pointers for the businesses, how they should be protecting their trademark or any kind of IP? What's your advice?
I think for a company to have a good brand protection strategy, there are three aspects according to me: choice of the mark, protecting the mark, and maintenance of the brand. So while choosing a brand, you need to pay attention to the law, because trademark law looks down upon descriptive marks. So you need to make sure that your trademark does not describe your goods or services. And in my experience, this is a very crucial stage in brand protection, and often the legal teams of a company is pressured by marketing or business teams to choose descriptive marks. So businesses must pay attention to trademark lawyers in their team. And once you choose a brand, and before you file for registration, do an availability search to ensure that there are no third-party marks that conflict with your choice. So that's to do with choice. And the second stage is protection. Often companies associate protection with registration. I would say there's more to protection than registration. They need to be vigilant about third-party misuse of their mark in the marketplaces, online and offline, social media, internet, domain names, etc. They need to employ regular checks for violations. And once you find a violation, send a cease and desist notice to address the same and take it to its logical conclusion. You can also get a kind of an undertaking from the violators. So this is about protection. And third thing that they need to bear in mind is the maintenance of the brand. So by maintenance, what I mean is that the businesses can periodically check if its trademark portfolio has any marks that need to be weeded out, whether there should be renewals coming up, adding new ones to the registration, etc. A significant activity in maintenance is record keeping. This involves maintaining a record of successful enforcement actions, archiving the undertakings received from third parties, promising not to violate the brand, keep samples of the documents such as invoices, promotional materials, media mentions, etc. that help to prove the use of the mark, etc. Businesses should also ensure that within the company and outside, the mark is used in the correct manner and not in a qualifier sense, etc. So these are some of the 3 stages that a company can look at while protecting trademarks.
Thank you very much, Latha, for sparing your valuable time and speaking with us and sharing such interesting and informative insights and knowledge, of course, in trademark side. So I'm sure your thoughts will be inspiring many more IP champions, even the industry professionals and the industries. Everyone, please stay tuned with us for the next episode of IP Champion series. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Thank you, Latha.
Thank you for inviting me, Ankita and ABTC.